Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Hopsworks 5 Minute Interviews. Very happy to be here again. My name is Rick van Bruggen from Hopsworks, and today I have a wonderful guest on the other side of this Google meeting, and it's all the way from India today. I'd like to introduce you guys to Preet Deep Singh from Invest India. And Preet, if I understand correctly, you have quite a bit to say about artificial intelligence. You're the VP for Artificial Intelligence of Invest India. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and explain what you do and how you work at the ministry
Sure.
over there?
Sure. So Invest India is a body under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India.
Yeah.
I am the Vice President of Artificial Intelligence Adoption. So our task is how do you increase AI adoption for the government? And we see multiple avenues for that. One is, of course, leveraging structured data. Can you, let's say, get insights from a table so that a person doesn't have to see. So, for a data scientist, for an AI ML scientist, it's very easy to see a table and make sense of it. But, if you're not into data, you can't really make sense of a large table. 30 rows, you've lost this person. This person doesn't know what's good, what's bad, and it doesn't work right. So our job is, my job that I keep telling my parents is to translate gov to tech and tech to gov. Because these are two different entities that work in their own way, and it sometimes requires somebody else to bridge that gap. So I bridge that gap. I represent the buy side of the AI ecosystem.
And is this a field that you've been working in for a long time, Preet? Is this quite recent for you, or how
Quite
did you get
recent,
into
actually, quite recent. So we set up the AI team sometime around 2022. This is also close to when the ChatGPT thing came in, became a craze sometime around that. So I think timing wise we were very, very good. We got a CEO who's a hardcore technologist. She led Intel in India for almost 30 years. She was with Intel in India. She led it for 8 years before joining Invest India. So because she's got a tech mindset, she understands government. So she has this vision that we need to really enable gov with tech, right? So from that, AI has fallen into my lap, and I am taking it up. I've been working for a while, and so that's actually a strange question, because no matter how long I've been working in AI, if I don't look at Twitter for maybe every day, I miss it for 2 days, I am going to be just lost. So much just keeps happening, and so many new developments keep coming in, and then you don't know what's happening. So I think a better question that maybe, Rick, you should ask your guests is, are you very regular at working in AI? Because that is what's going to make you relevant.
That is a very good comment, and I will keep that in mind. To be honest, I think it's a very fair comment. But so what are some of the primary applications that you guys see today? Where do you see it fit in? You give me some examples already, but how do you see to apply it in the government?
Sure. So India. One of the things that everybody thinks of, we are now the most populous nation, right? That means we've got 1.4 billion people. 1.4 billion people who have some or the other interface with the government. You've got a birth certificate, identity documents, scheme benefits. We've got UPI, Aadhaar, the digital trinity. Because it's tech, it's possible that somebody couldn't get through to something. Somebody is requiring certain services. Somebody requires certain help. Solving this at scale is probably only possible with AI, right? So, for example, there is a district collector. Think of it as the administrative head for a county, a district collector, who gets about 3,000 people walking into their office every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this person can't humanly listen to everybody, can't write down what it is, can't sort, right? Can we enable it in a way that people can do it, let's say, over WhatsApp, right? And why am I saying WhatsApp? Because not everybody in India is literate, right? But we still use WhatsApp. Why? Because we can send voice notes, right? So can a collector's office have a WhatsApp number where you just say, I am Rick, I am standing here, and I see that there is a pothole on this road, and I think that's a risk. Thank you. Right? It picks up relevant stuff, and AI can do that for us, and it creates that in a form, and it puts it to the relevant department in the district, and the collector gets a dashboard, right? An investor wants to come invest. We've got 28 states and 8 union territories. India's really huge, right?
Yeah.
Now, how does an investor decide where to invest? They'll probably ask, what is the infra there? What are the policies? Can there be a scheme? Do I get any benefits from the government? Do I get interest waiver, right? Now, answering these questions for each and every investor, AI can help you with that. It's actually a simple on-prem RAG model that will give you this data from the public domain to a form that is more consumable for you, right? Can we help train booking, right? So if you see
Hmm.
the current railway website for India, you see the train booking website, you can just actually say, I want a ticket from, let's say, Delhi to Mumbai for
Hmm.
30th of May. It'll give you a few options. You can just enter everything using voice and you can just get that. And this happens in less than a minute,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, the sort of scale that we are all talking about, this is only made possible with AI. Some of the things that I've told you are already deployed. We're trying to scale up the others.
That's amazing. So if I now kind of transition to, one of the questions that I always ask people, why do you think this is just such an important evolution? Then what you're kind of telling me there is that, it's really to provide better service to citizens. It's all
Yes.
about, bringing this to citizen applications. Is that a fair summary?
Yes, yes, yes. Government efficiency is the need to provide services to 1.4 billion people. We need that. There's no other human way to do it otherwise. You can't replicate the same mind in every place, but you can have copies of a common communal intelligence that comes in through AI where you fed all this data.
And just for my information and for our listeners, obviously as well. Is this something that that you are already making like great progress in? How far along are you in this? Just for my
Sure.
information.
So the solutions that I've told you are already ready.
Yeah.
The railway website solution is already deployed. It's been about 7 months now. The solution for the collector's office, we've got about 800-ish districts in the country, counties in the country. We've got
Hmm.
it for a few. This is yet to be scaled up.
Yep.
The policy tool that I've told you is ready as it is in beta testing. So I've given you an example of all three:
Yeah, of course.
beta, gamma, and deployed.
That's amazing. Well. I mean, maybe you should bring the railway app to Europe as well. that would be amazing because I know there's lots of stuff wrong with that here as well. So, very good, Preet. I always finish with the same question, and which is, what would you think that people should read about or learn about, or be inspired by when they want to learn about AI and machine learning? Is there anything that you would want to share with our audience?
I of course really like reading Isaac Asimov, and that is a wonderful foundation for where we are today. It's so
Yeah.
surprising that a lot of geeks of yesterday are the AI founders of today. Because these geeks were reading those books. So a lot of things that we keep doing are very related to that. But my advice to everybody is going to be, please use Gen AI. Use it for what you do, use it for whatever you do, and see how it goes and try to get the output you have in mind. And that's the only way you reach somewhere. Otherwise, I am no expert. It wasn't around 2 years ago, so nobody's 10 years experienced in Gen AI, right? And you can come up to speed maybe by giving it 5 hours, 10 hours a month. And that's nothing, to learn a new tech that's going to change our lives. It's nothing.
Fantastic. Preet, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us here. And it's been really lovely having you here. I wish you lots of success with the projects that you're working on. And I hope to kind of get an update in a couple of months or years from now. That would be lovely.
My pleasure, Rick. Hope to see you in
Okay.
India sometime on a train.
I hope so too. Have a nice day.